Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 50 of Let's Play Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, the Astra Militarum Commander. So let's talk to Vinzelex. Draped in a red cloak, the Magos' body barely looks human. Wire, tubes, and metal manipulators turn him into a whimsical machine, while implants hide his face behind a sinister mask. The tech priest intermittently dictates something in a technolingo to the servo skull floating next to him. But at your approach, he falls silent and offers a reserved bow. Greetings, your lordships. Lex Mechanic Vinzelex, how may I serve you? Pascal and the Lex Mechanic exchange trills of Benharic greeting. The series of sounds issued by Vinzelex sounds much longer and more differential than those of Pascal. What do you do here, Janus? The tech priest's mechanical voice comes from the speaker on his neck. By the order of the Adeptus Mechanicus, I have been entrusted with the management of the Adeptus Ministratum in order to catalogue agronomic data and information about the planet during the process of subjugating it to the will of the Imperium. Be blessed, Tech Brother. Your diligence and the diligence of those like you turns anarchy into order and bestows classification to knowledge. One of Pascal's mechanandrites lightly touches the Lex Mechanic's body. The tech priest bows respectfully in return, clearly a little startled. I found this on the body of a dead rebel. Can you tell me anything about these specimens? Your blessings for the examination, Magos. The Lex Mechanic awaits respectfully until Pascal nods. The tech priest studies the dried berries and goes still. You hear the distinct clicks of his cerebral conjugators processing the information. Creeping creeweed, a typical plant of the Western Hemisphere. We have studied the possibility of industrial cultivation, but the process was found to be insufficient due to the specific requirements of the soil, which is found in the right composition only in the archipelagos of the planet. Tell me about Janos. Okay. Initializing report. The planet's soil possesses a unique composition suitable for the re-engineering of the planet and the mass production of foodstuffs. Significant cultivation of the Eastern Hemisphere with the aim of improving production processes and logistic operations. Traces of xenoactivity that do not pose an immediate threat to the ongoing operations. Undesirable pathologies of flora and fauna have been noted, which may pose a threat in the short term. What pathologies in the flora and fauna? Genetic and chemical pathologies, your lordship. Harmless species mutate and become aggressive, while plants change their chemical composition and become poisonous. This is happening more and more often, and if no action is taken, the ecosystem of the world will be irreparably disrupted. The changes may be artificial. Has the possibility been considered that someone is manipulating the ecosystem to reduce our living space? Not at all, Venerable Magos. Our tech comrades from the Magos biologists are humble workers, not warriors. They could not have come up with the thought of such a militant nature. The mind must be open to all forms of knowledge. I order you to commence a check. In the event that your account of the indolence of their mind is confirmed, I'll petition for the appropriate penance. It is the Lilithan's wrath that is becoming manifest in nature itself, in the workings of this world. May the gods preserve us. How did we not notice this sooner? Gorilla glanced at you before immediately looking away. How is the governor dealing with the undesirable pathologies? I have analyzed the genome of the affected species and I am currently developing suppressor genes to make the planet's organisms resistant to pathology, but so far I have not been able to solve the problem. Further exploration of the planet would be perhaps speed up these processes, but the administrative apparatus has imposed a ban on the expeditions that are not directly aimed at improving production. Traces of xenoactivity? According to the data obtained during the initial survey, ruined structures of non-human origin were noted at different sectors of the planet, but I did not have the administrative capacity to study them in more detail. For now, I must defer the quest for knowledge. The Lex Mechanic speaks the last words with distinct envy, his eyes fixed on Magos Hanuman. Let's talk about something else. I'm listening. How many servants of the Adeptus Mechanicus are there on the planet? According to the data stored in my conjugator, all infrastructure nodes for food harvesting and processing have their own conjugant of technomats. The total number amounts to 253. Correction, based on the latest data, the figure is 211 units. So we've gone down. Interesting. How are things with you and your fellows? The current situation on the planet is assessed as stable. The progress of the prospect is assured as encouraging. We will speak later, as you wish. Okay, so we've learned that there is a berry that seems to be important. So I'm glad I always do a lot of looting. There's apparently the security officer right here needs talking to. So let's I know I was going to speak to the noble, but this guy, a security officer, needs talking to. A hulking man dressed in uniform, marking him out as an officer of the Gerber National Warden, is closely monitoring his subordinates as they surround the building. Sensing your approach, he whips around, his face going pale, and he offers a low bow. Your lordship, please do not stray too close to the building. One of the terrorists from today's attack has holed himself up in there. He could be dangerous. What's going on here? Ready to report, your lordship. We conducted a sweep of the area after the attack. All the assassins were arrested or neutralized except for one. The officer scowls darkly. He sealed himself inside. He already injured 2 wardens who tried to reach him. But there's no need to worry. We'll poison him and clear the last dregs of dirt from the estate. I have only one question, officer. Why have you not already done it? The rogue trader is here, and the longer you delay, the more you put his life needlessly at risk. The officer flinches slightly at Abelard's snarl. It is inexcusable, your lordship. The barrels of poison were only just delivered, but we're ready to begin now. One Ashmag is up against all the wardens in this estate, yet he is still causing trouble. On Ifrit, who would have already been made the captain and put in charge of the governor's security. The Exalted One knows that he has more brains than all of you combined. The officer tugs nervously at his collar, which apparently appears to have suddenly become too tight for his comfort. We will fix this right away, I swear it on the throne. Who is he? Officer furrows his brow. Tell the truth, your lordship. I'm more concerned with clearing the air right now than with his identity. We're not expecting to get any valuable intel from him, unless we find something on his corpse after we've done it. What's so special about the building? It's one of the utility buildings. Fortunately, it was empty at the time of the attack. There were no potential hostages or innocent people inside. If you ask me, I think this was the first place the killer came to when he was beating his retreat. We managed to round up all the others, but this one holed himself up in there. It's not an empty utility building, but an active backup crypt for storing refrigerant and freezing equipment. This is obvious. Your ignorance is depressing, servant. Sorry? I want to talk to the person inside. Are you sure? It's not exactly safe, your lordship. The officer's eyes involuntarily sweep over you, sizing you up. You dare question me? Out of my way. The officer seems to remember himself and offers another low bow. Forgive me, your lordship. Act as you see fit. At the officer's signals, the other wardens take a deferential step back, clearing your path to the door. See, now I'm just interested in what this guy's doing. When you approach the solid-looking door, a high, boyish voice shouts off. Piss off! You ain't taking me alive. Better to put a bullet in my brain than letting the governor's dogs get their hands on me. I'm gonna examine the door. The door looks solid and formidable, but you notice dark marks on the hinges, a sure sign that its material is degraded. The lock doesn't look new either. With a suitable tool, it could be easily opened. I'm Malachi von Valencius, rogue trader and sovereign of this planet. In the name of the Emperor, open this door. For a long time, nothing happens, and the door opens with a quick click. The space is small, the corners filled with inky black shadows, but you can still make out the person in the room. He is desperately gripping a discharged lasgun in his hands. The rebel looks at you in amazement. It's really you. The young man, practically a boy, falls to his knees and stretches out his bloody hands towards you. His clothes are burned at one side with grimy baked in blood. Your lordship, have mercy. You're the sovereign of this planet. Only you have the power to save us. This is really one of the elusive and cunning rebels the governor's been fighting for months? Really? Why should I listen to a filthy insurgent? You can't just stand aside while your vassals are destroying your worlds. The governor is doing whatever she wants, rounding up families, raising whole settlements. She's turned the whole world into a slaughterhouse. People are rounded up like groks in the settlement, supposedly to go to the palace, and they're never seen again. Her servants pour something over the field, and then people lose their minds. They start hearing voices and seeing evil spirits, and while we're dying, she's sitting behind her white walls and feasting on our bones. Urilla's face twists. Sacrifice is madness, pain, and death. Even in so primitive a society as this, such rites seem senseless, not worthy of such efforts. What is this, a random quirk of nature or something darker? I was told that peasants have a tendency to exaggerate their suffering due to sloth and weakness of spirit. This young man, vermilion thorns pierce every centimeter of his body, and grey shackles bind his hands, feet, and neck. There are no lies in his words, only terror and desperation without end. But telling me people are seeing evil spirits. Yes, others are going feral and attacking their loved ones, and then there's... The boy lowers his voice. People say that in some settlements, well, they stopped upholding the law altogether. Imperial law and the law of basic human decency, people turning into animals. Who's behind the rebels? He swallows nervously and looks at you with fear. Your lordship, I beg you, don't ask me that. I can't sell out my brethren. It's over for me. The others, I won't betray them. There will be no end to the war on this planet until I get a handle of the situation, but to do that, I need to meet with your leader. The boy hesitates for a few seconds, and then his head drops limply. As long as you keep your word. I've never been in their camp, none of us have. Only the chief saw one person from their base. He came a few times, bringing weapons and orders. He said he'd represented a greater force than we could imagine. And he said that the governor's dogs will pay for the reprisals in the settlements. But that's not where they're hidden. They keep their distance from the ordinary folk. We have it all worked out so if anyone gets caught, the others aren't caught with them. But if I swiped the chief's fox, I thought after I killed the governor, I could use a message to the quarters to find the base and hide out there. The boy retrieves a vox from his pocket and holds it out for you with a shaking hand. It's everything I know. Get up and come with me. I give you my word as rogue trader, you will live. The rebel looks at you in bewilderment and then bows before you. While he speaks, his voice trembles. Your lordship, thank you. Thank you for this kindness. I never thought I'd survive this. The officer and the wardens casts a disdainful look over the rebel before turning his gaze on you. Your lordship, I honor your bravery. Please allow me to get rid of this rat for you. Escort this man to safety to the perimeter of the estate. He's free to go. A dumbfounded expression appears on the officer's face. With the deepest respect, your lordship. The officer thinks better of his next words and abruptly bows. He'll be done. He gave us everything we needed. There was no point killing him. And apparently he didn't lie to us, which is what's worried me the most. Is that like he not just told us the truth. He seems to be like indicating that the woman that I definitely don't trust is definitely not trustable. So that's good to know. And now that we know that, I can continue going ahead with the same knowledge I pretty much always had, which is I do not trust this bitch. She seems far too... There's just something about her that doesn't seem right. But let's talk to Attilius Quint. The stooped man wearing a cloak of the Adeptus Administratum is reviewing information on a data slate while is quietly wearing mechanical arms fill a long scroll with writing. Upon noticing you, the man stretches his thin lips into a smile and deferentially bows. The light in his eyes of the service skull hovering over his right shoulder gently pulsates, sorry. Your lordship, what an honor it is to address you in person. Allow me to introduce myself, Attilius Quint, Prefectus of the Officio Agriculture. I will preserve the records of our conversation forever. What record of our conversation? Your lordship, I painstakingly record every conversation with high-ranking personages, and afterward I fill out all 7 accompanying forms personally. Attilius rolls up his completed scroll in a practiced gesture, stows it away, and pulls out a new one. Your words and judgment are in good hands. Attilius' mechanical fingers fly over the scroll as he fills in another line. And of course, what great fortune it is to see you for the very first time in all my years of service, an emissary of the Navis Nobili here on Janus. I humbly welcome the esteemed Cassia Tisphia Evraella, Lady Navigator of House Orsilio. Everything from her condescending gaze and confident bearing to her calm but commanding voice marks Cassia as the heiress of a great bloodline. Awestruck, the secretary writes down each letter of her name with particular fastidiousness. A strange hobby, but you may continue. I thank you. Moments such as the appearance of a rogue trader must be preserved for posterity. What do you think of Vistinia Viet? The governor is a superb leader. She possesses an excellent grasp of all matters and never uses an incorrect form for a given situation. I do not pry into her personal affairs, but if I may speak plainly, a lady who fills out paperwork with such finesse cannot be a bad person in my view. What do you have to say about the governor's helper, Urilet? Attilius looks askance at Urilet and offers a strange smile. A highly exceptional individual. After today's regretful event, I'm beginning to hold her talents in particular esteem. Verily, even mutants who have seen the light of the God Emperor can faithfully serve his flock. Moreover, Urilet's particular abilities could be an interesting subject of study at the Magos Biologos. The elongated head shape, those eyes, judging by the skull that was given to me to send a foot on footfall, such development anomalies on Janus are not a quirk of nature, but some kind of an inheritable trait. Urilet freezes completely, turning into a living statue. What did you say? Oh, madam, have my words upset you? I am certain your kinsman will be delighted to learn that people who wish to make pretty pressure paper out of his remains. And besides, I could be wrong about the nature of his origins. What skulls are you talking about? A most remarkable item, I must say. A true anomaly. One moment. After rummaging in a nearby container, Attilius draws out a parcel which he immediately unwraps. Here it is. I believe the finished piece was intended to be given as a gift to the governor, but under the current circumstances, I doubt I will be able to send it for footfall anytime soon. Urilet stares at the throat skull in silence. You can see her jaw working under her delicate skin. After a few seconds, she abruptly turns away. Pascal's mechanandrites reach toward Attilius with interest, seemingly to unnerve him a little. Adequately preserved. It is a pity that it is empty inside. It could have become a proper service skull, herald for the rogue trader, unorthodox. A curiosity like this would look very nice on my desk. I mean, yes, of course, undoubtedly, whatever you wish. Your lordship, if that will raise your spirits after the recent incidents. She grits her teeth and burns you with a look of utter disdain. What are your duties here? By the grace of the God Emperor, I oversee the administrative apparatus on the planet and serve as secretary. I'm also responsible for the logistics related to supplying the planets of the Von Valentius dynasty and the timely payment of tithes to the Imperial officers' official collectors, sorry. Speaking of the Von Valentius dynasty, when were the last shipments sent? Oh, your lordship, our supply shipments are all in order. All foodstuff and other items are all ready for export and are simply waiting the arrival of the transport ships. However, given the current circumstances on the planet, Janus could not provide even one tranche more than what is already prepared. I am certain the situation will be rectified in the near future. When did the collector ships last come to Janus? Oh, your lordship, I must confess that as of yet I have not had the pleasure of filling out a sacred tithe protocol form. As the last Imperial ships to come did so under my predecessor. Come to think of it, that would have been several decades ago. I do hope the logistics responsible for such an unforgivable oversight lose their heads over this. That's enough. As you wish, your lordship. Come at Janus, what is happening on the planet? Alas, your lordship, rebellions have caused us too many problems in recent times. The rebels are interfering with established processes, interrupting supplies, sabotaging the serfs' work. A few nobles have even been killed, and worst of all, some of the victims have occupied important administrative posts. Until their replacements pass their checks, complete all of the inductory forms, and go through their official appointment procedure, important paperwork is going unsigned. It's a bureaucratic catastrophe. If things continue in this vein, I dare not even imagine what it could lead to. There are worlds that are ravaged by war for generations. Generations, your lordship. Like the deranged planet by the nameless star, so close to our own peaceful system. The inhabitants there supposedly live under the patronage of rogue trader Winterscale. I shudder to think what he has created there. I want to know details. Where have the rebels struck and how? Of course, of course. I would be delighted to furnish you with all the information I have. In the last few months, 15 organized attacks and 7 terrorist attacks have been perpetrated. Irrigation equipment has been sabotaged in Agrian Sector 3 to 5, transport routes 27, 413, and also... I suppose this will not tell you much, please. With a fussy gesture, he preserves several buttons on his data slate screen, and a three-dimensional map of coordinates of the attacks appears on your conjugator. You cast a practice eye over the intelligence and provide it to you, and instantly get a grasp of the situation. The data is superbly collected, and the map clearly displays the actions of the rebels. At first glance, there seems to be no logic to the campaign, but after analysing the data and features of the terrain, you notice a clear system indicating a geographical pattern to the attacks. Who is directing the rebels? Does anyone know? The rebels are well armed and well trained. What's more, the governor's advisors are inclined to think that the insurgents of the rebellions are very familiar with the planet and terrain and climate. But my ordinates are going through the registration records day and night, looking for individuals who have completed military training. We have so far been unable to identify the scoundrels. What are you doing to combat these rebels? Our security services are tracking those who support the rebels, and our regular wardens are wiping out those saboteurs without the slightest mercy. They keep on appearing. My scribes have been run off their feet, keeping records of all the public hearings and executions, but I am confident that the governor will find a solution soon. That's all for now. Of course, your lordship. What do you know about the attack on the estate? A disgraceful incident. Simply disgraceful. I cannot believe these scoundrels would dare to come so close and to drag the nobility into this as well. If they penetrate the estate, that means that they have help from some worthless servant or other. Security is currently questioning the survivors, but the culprit has not been found yet. Attila's Quint smiles unpleasantly. Well, I must take my leave. So we've spoken to everyone. It looks like we need to go back to our Voidship for now. Um. So we need to do that. The corners of the attack indicate a definite set vector of movement, making it possible to narrow the search. Okay, so it looks like we're able to narrow the search, and we're going back to our ship, which is really good because it means I can do a couple of the other things. Elentak, you look dressed for your attention. As you once sought my help, now I am seeking yours. The time has come to dispel the final shadows on our path. I have hidden the truth from you. I know a great deal about those who are disrupting the peace of the local ruler, and I also know where they are hiding. Allow me to show you the way on the condition that you bring me to them. Jay lets out a faint chuckle. Your kind are usually a bit more better at bargaining. Always offer what can't be obtained with torture or thrones. Why did you not say anything? No other path was open to me, but now our paths are aligned, and my decision was motivated not by caprice, but by reason, which compels me now to be honest with the person who can fix all of this. Everything you've discovered, everything you've learned from your kind, they are all traces of the same calamity. A calamity that will eclipse all of the strife and wars on the face of this world. All the signs were plain to see, but I was here and the monkey failed to recognize the coming storm. Please, follow me, Malachi. You must, if this world truly matters to you. What calamity are you talking about? You're still holding back information. I will reveal the truth very soon, but not here, not in the place where it seems evil has made its nest. Have patience, Elentak, and trust me. If one of the Imperium's worlds is in danger, so be it. I will follow you. Let's go, Elentak. I pray to the gods we're not too late. Oh, looks like I'm not going back to my ship. Damn it. Oh, shit. We leveled up, bro. Let's do it. Oh, no. Fuck. Oh, contracts. Oh. Thought we've done that. I need Promethium for some profit factor. Well, we'll get that as soon as we can. A favor. Okay, we'll worry about that later. Just level up. Whoop, whoop. So we've got AP increase. Yee. Let's get ourselves some more ballistic skill. Why are we minusing 5 right now? Everything is -5, and I don't know, whatever. I'll take... Actually, what's my perception? My perception's fine. Right. We've got Combat Addict, Fortress World characters getting a +7 to ballistic skill, perception, willpower, and combat. Yet while out of combat, their intelligence... Oh, God, no. Hail of Steel... I want to, Just commander is under the regimental tactics. No, thank you. Could get even more ballistic skill, but I don't think that's worth it right now. Heavy weapons could be cool. I mean, who wouldn't like a fucking melter? Melters are awesome. I'm gonna get power armor proficiency because I would like to be able to equip power armor soon. My boy Abelard, he gets the AP increase, and also he gets either... Let's get him toughness. Buff that boy up. Cassia, AP increase, and some fellowship. Eurolette, so she gets AP and definitely agility. Jay, let's get your... Actually, no, let's get your strength's pretty low. Get your strength up. No, let's get your weapon skill, because he's technically better, meant to be better at that, but I don't know why. Anyway, Archmagos, let's get your perception up. Because your agility is already garbage, so let's just not worry about it. Okay. Let's go. You will see everything for yourself soon, Ellen.
So divine what choose
over us.
I considered these forests my home for a time, but I still feel myself a stranger here.
I'm gonna
I
not.
suppose it's because the jungle is ever so slightly hostile to visitors. Speaking of visitors, Lord Captain, have you ever, in all your infinite wisdom, considered setting up a resort for rich folks here?
I thought she would talk longer. Sorry about that. No, Jay. Given that I've literally just got control of this planet, and by that I mean I've just got here. No.
Let the faith guide
Not currently
my
had that
path to
for.
glory.
Ooh, rebels! Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Grovel before the faithful.
Spare none of them!
Damn it, we're under attack. Kill the intruders. Stop! Lower your weapons. Hold on, brothers. I'll call for backup. Okay, so let's put Malachi. Oh, piss. I can't put Malachi when I'm going to put him. Well, let's put Urilet up here. She's a sniper. Cassia will actually put there. Abelard, like a fucking mad lad, and Pascal right behind him. Jay up there as well, and me. Got it, I'll go there. So she has a, of course, aim for the opening. Perfect shot. She also has this, which is in my sights.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Monkey. I fucking love that. Look at all the fucking movement this bitch has. Like, she's just great at movement.
If it serves
Oh
your
shit,
cause.
her weapon's good. That's 25 fucking % of your usual damage.
If I must.
You really, I feel like we could be best friends, but you're making this hard to be friends with you. So use that, so she'll end her turn there. Malachi.
The Emperor commands.
Not the best you've ever done there, Malachi. So let's
So shall it be
put that.
done.
Let's put that on her, and we will just kill her.
Actions will speak louder than words.
God fucking damn it, Malachi! You had a single fucking job and you sucked at it.
I will not be deterred. The Emperor
Now, I'll run and gun
commands.
so I can put him here.
And
I want to
so
at least
shall
try and
be
put that
done.
bitch down.
Another
There we go.
step towards our ultimate victory.
This guy's moving. Stun grenade. Oh no, just actual grenade.
We prove our devotion.
Ow.
Reduced to dust.
Yeah, you had no fucking chance,
My place
love.
is at the fore.
Oh, this weapon's... I love the hammer. Oh, Thunder hammers for the fucking win, bro. Abelard is Bay. Oh, shit. No, Pascal, I didn't mean to not do you a turn. I'm so sorry, Pascal.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I may have broken that attack. I don't know. So let's end her turn, and she still might do it. You never know. I'm gonna give Pascal a turn just because he lost his turn, and I feel bad.
Oh, thank you, Shireen.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Oh, come on, Pascal.
Running binary.
So it's not like you to not kill them. There we go. And then use this badass right there.
Request approved.
Okay, so it's only it's only like enemies that would have the machine spirit in them that actually get, you know, take big
This
L's.
battlefield air is good for my lungs.
Get your swords out, because your swords are the much better option.
Tell me, and it is done.
You always remember to do this. Just so she does more damage.
Don't get too cocky.
Go on, Malachi. Do it again. Do claim the bounty on... Oh, you can't claim this guy's... Fucking what? Oh, waste of time then.
Let's get
I want to see if Jay's ability is still working, because obviously we used it, and it'd be nice to see if it's still working. Yeah, I didn't expect you to get very far there, bud. Yeah, we're still... Okay, so you can still give her an additional turn, and she still gets it. She does, unfortunately, sacrifice all of her movement, though.
That is beneath me.
Okay, so you just stay there then, love.
High momentum.
High momentum.
Rejoice in service. Your corrupt way has failed you.
Wow. We absolutely slapped them bad, didn't we? Okay. Oh, shit. We've definitely gone over the end of the part as well. So we'll quickly grab this goods, and then we'll end the part here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, please follow me on YouTube. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a share. But most importantly, guys, stay safe. Have a great day. Join the channel memberships if you're interested, and I'll see you on the next one. See you guys then.